Salman Farsi radiallahu anhu says, I am really fascinated with that person who laughs while his mouth is wide open. He doesn't know la yadri Allahu sakhitun alayhi am radin anhu, because when he is laughing, then this is an indication of joy. But he doesn't know if Allah is pleased with him or not. Yes, he is giggling away for hours. I'm really fascinated and perplexed with such a person. Then how can he rejoice when he's unaware if Allah is pleased with him or not? How can he laugh? It really baffles me. Wal-ghina and music, wa-nahwiha and everything that is in the hukam of music. It comes in the hadith, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions, كُلُّ شَيْءٍ مِّن لَهْوِ الدُّنْيَا بَاطِلٌ إِلَّا ثَلَاثَةً. Every act that a man does for entertainment is in vain, and if it has absolutely no benefits of dunya and akhirat, he will be taken to task for that, with the exception of three that they also come under this category, but Shariat has made it lawful and Shariat has legalized it. First is intizaluka biqawsik, that when you are with your bow and arrow and you are targeting something, just to create accuracy in you so that it can assist you tomorrow in the battlefield. So outwardly you are doing an in vain act, but because it's going to assist you on the battlefield, it is jaiz. Second, ta'deebuka li farasik. When you train that horse and you mount onto that horse and you take that horse for a walk and you ride on that horse, whatever the case may be, all that when you are training that horse to enable you tomorrow in the battlefield to have full control and to move swiftly with that horse so that it can assist you in combating the kuffar. Third is mula'abatuka li ahlik. When a man ponders with his wife, فَإِنَّهُنَّ مِنَ الْحَقِّ. These three things, although outwardly it is in vain, but Shariat has made it permissible that in these three conditions it is permissible for a person to do this. Everything other than that, which perhaps today we will label as, Allah forgive, today music has been given the title, Aajkal wo ek panne lateef ban chuka. And what has been said, wo ruh ki ghiza hai. It has become the food of the soul, to remove the tension and the problems. How do we console ourselves? How do we comfort our soul? By owning the radio and listening to music. If anyone's soul is being comforted by music, then Allah's qasam, his priorities are upside down. One person walked past by who was to clean the toilet. He walked past by a itar shop. Whole day he was in muck, dirt and filth. He passed by the itar shop, he fainted. People came there, they tried to revive him. Someone placed 10 itar. This person just wouldn't stand up. Another bungi happens to pass. He says, "Arey hato, ye to meri biradri hai. Why, this is my man, move away." He went somewhere nearby, he got some muck, some dirt, some filth. He placed it by his nose. This man shut up in a minute. He was supposed to be revived by sin, but because his whole life was in dirt and filth, that is why only dirt could revive him. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub. Allah says the only comfort for the soul is my remembrance. If your priorities are upside down, then Allah forgive via the zikr of Allah. It will add to tension, and listening to those things that invite the wrath of Allah will comfort your soul. Almighty Allah mentions regarding this person, أُولَٰئِكَ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ مُهِينٌ. We have a very disgraceful punishment that awaits him. And in one weak riwayat it comes, when we say a hadith is weak, the text of the hadith is not weak, the chain of narrators via which this hadith has reached us, one of the narrators do not qualify, or perhaps he has some action which defects his personality, which weakens the strength of the hadith that he narrates. For example, he was caught eating and walking, eating while he was walking. Now this is against those shara'it which the ulama have written for a person to qualify to narrate the hadith. If he was caught deceiving someone, today he's deceiving you in business, tomorrow he'll deceive you in the hadith. So the hadith itself is not weak, via the narration of one rawi. It comes, Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions, "Man mata wa indahu qaynatun fala tusallu alayhi." That man who leaves this dunya and he has one young girl to sing for him every night, فَلَا تُصَلُّوا عَلَيْهِ, don't perform his salat janazah. Yes, today we haven't got a singing girl, but we have that cassette, and Allah forgive, in every room of ours and every wardrobe, we have the posters of those devils. We have the posters of those devils in our rooms, on our cars, as frames. And we have those cassettes in every car of ours and every room of ours. مَنْ مَاتَ وَعِنْدَهُ قَيْنَةٌ فَلَا تُصَلُّوا عَلَيْهِ. Although the hadith is weak, and we will perform the salat janazah of every bir and every fajr, but the fact, this is the hadith that Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned. Abdullah ibn Umar radiallahu anhu walks past by one person. He was singing. One young girl, she was singing. He says, لَوْ تَرَكَ الشَّيْطَانُ أَحَدًا لَتَرَكَ هَذِهِ. If the devil had to leave his effort on anyone because of any crime, then he would lift his hands away from that person who's involved in music, because this is such a major crime that the devil will say, I don't have to mislead you more. But the devil is such, he doesn't leave those that are in guna also. If it had to be such that the devil will leave anyone because of him being involved in a major crime, he would leave that person, not who's not performing salah, not who's not discharging zakah, not who's not using his eyes, who's involved in music. لو ترك الشيطان أحدا لترك هذه. Almighty Allah mentions that when Almighty Allah sent Iblis in this dunya, so Iblis told Almighty Allah, لَإِنْ أَخَّرْتَنِي إِلَىٰ يَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. That, oh Allah, you have sent me in this dunya and you have made me mardud, I have been rejected. If you give me respite and you give me chance, لَأَحْتَنِكَنَّ ذُرِّيَّتَهُ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا, I will mislead the offspring and the descendants of Adam alayhi salatu wassalam illa qalila, with the exception of few. Inna ibadi laysa laka alayhim sultan. The khas servants of Allah you will have no control over. I will attack them also, but of course they will not take to my invitation. Thereafter Almighty Allah gave the devil ijazat, that go, and Allah gave him certain abilities. Allah gave him talent via which he has the ability of injecting evil in the heart and the minds of man, and Allah has given man the intelligence to differentiate. So no injustice can be attributed to Allah in this decision of his. قال اذهب فمن تبعك منهم فإن جهنم جزاؤكم جزاء موفورا. Go, whoever will follow your path, him with you, your abode is Jahannam. واستفزز من استطعت منهم بصوتك, and mislead how many you can. The first challenge that I am giving you is your voice, via which you can attract man, mislead man. The first challenge that has been given to the devil to mislead man is that of the voice. Many of the ulama ikram explain that it refers to الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس. It comes in the hadith, إن الشيطان يجري من الإنسان مجرى الدم. Just as the blood circulates and flows in the body, likewise the devil travels in the body. Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions every person has a devil. In Mishkat Sharif, the first volume, there is a hadith Nabi Kareem sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentions, when the child is born, then we find that the child starts screaming and crying. Why? Because the devil pokes him as